When you have felt low, have you wondered what self care techniques you can use to help yourself and what can you do to see yourself through that situation? Hi, my name is Vidya Krishna Swamy. I'm an emotional well being and a resourcefulness coach. In this video, I'm going to share with you 8 techniques that you can use to help yourself when you are feeling low. So stay tuned till the end. When we are in situations which reduce our morale, we wish we knew how to see ourselves through that situation without having to suffer. In this video, I'm going to share with you 8 techniques which you can apply on yourself to feel better and also to move through that situation in a manner that promotes your well being. So, technique number 1, acknowledge the feeling that you have in that moment. Acknowledge the emotion you have. For example, if you feel that you're not given your due credit or you're not being loved enough, it's important to not be in denial. Denial increases your suffering. Be aware of what your thoughts are and also make space for that emotion. Authenticity helps your well being. It's important to not push away those feelings, acknowledge the thoughts you have in that moment. If need be, you can cry. It's perfectly okay. Allow that emotion to surface and give it an outlet. A person who is authentic to his emotions increases his satisfaction of life and also helps promote his own well being. So make space for that emotion. Number 2, use the power of breathing to your advantage. Inhale and exhale slowly. It gives a message to your brain and to your body that you are getting into a state of calm. It helps you to relax your muscles. Inhale and exhale slowly, like you are in a state of deep sleep. What happens when we are in a state of deep sleep? Our breathing is deep, it's not rushed. If you observe, when we are in a state of panic, our heart starts beating fast, our muscles get tensed, and our breathing is very shallow. So we can use the opposite of this, which is inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly, which sends a message to our brain that we are cooling down, everything is okay, and what this does is it soothes our nervous system. So we can breathe in and breathe out slowly a few times, which helps our parasympathetic nervous system to become active and the sympathetic nervous system to cool down. Number 3, we can use the power of touch. Touch is very therapeutic. That is why it is said that Japi has jadoo in it. So we can make use of massage or give a hug to someone we love, someone we trust, someone who is dear to us. It can be giving a hug to a child or to your loved one. So this invokes a lot of positive feelings. It also releases endorphins. It elevates your mood and the state of well being. Number 4, move your body. Now, exercise has a lot of benefits. People who exercise, they just don't do it for the sake of physical well being. It also enhances their mood. Why? Because exercising releases endorphins in your brain, which elevates your mood. It makes you feel happier. It promotes serotonin, dopamine, and all these enhance your state of well being. They promote activity in your brain, and that's why exercising is very powerful. Just a 15 minutes exercise every day, or even walking, can put you in a much better state. It also improves your concentration, your memory. What happens when you are feeling low is your thinking, your cognitive abilities are much lower. your stress levels increase. You just want to escape from that situation. You want to be distracted. So when you exercise, it helps you ease out. When you are in a low mood, your muscles are tensed. Exercising improves your concentration, your cognitive abilities. So, giving movement to your body puts you in a state of well being. It makes you happier, it elevates your mood. Instead of distracting from how you feel, if you can add mindfulness to your movement, it will actually help you deal with it better. That brings us to the fifth technique, which is mindful movement. So, what mindful movement is? Being focused on your sensations, on the thoughts you have, on the feelings you have, on the emotions that come up when you are moving your body. That is what mindful movement is about. You can also do a body scan meditation. Body scan meditation is about focusing on each part of your body, bringing mindful attention to each part of your body, which will calm you down. Apart from that, it releases any tension in that part of the body and soothes your nervous system. It also brings your attention to how you are thinking, what your emotions are, and bring an element of kindness to yourself, to being gentle on yourself, thereby helping you to bring more mindfulness into your thoughts and thereby helping you to channelize your focus towards a better way of responding to situations. So, mindful movement and body scan meditations are other set of resources that you can use. Coming to the next technique, this is watching yourself as if the whole experience is happening in a movie. Say whatever you are experiencing is actually playing out like a movie, and you are watching yourself in the movie. You're being disassociated from that experience. So you become a character in the movie and you're watching the entire experience that has just happened as if it is playing out in a movie. When you watch a movie or a serial, what happens? You are able to detach from that experience and offer yourself suggestions which will put the character in a better state. When we watch a serial or a movie, we have all answers as to what that character should do in that particular situation. That is because we are observing the experience in a dissociated manner. We are detached from that experience. Of course, we are involved in the story. We are watching the story like a third person, outside, being outside of that experience. So, we have answers to what that character should be doing, how that character should help himself or herself to get out of that difficulty. So, if we consider ourselves like a fly on the wall or a CCTV camera, or as if we are the audience watching ourselves, our character, and the entire experience unfolding like a movie, we will be able to come up with answers for that character who is experiencing the situation. This is a little deep, but if we can put ourselves in that situation like a third person who is outside of that situation and observe our character and come up with answers for that character so that that person does not suffer. That person has more resources to get out of that situation, to move through that situation. And once we come up with those answers, we move back into that experience and ask ourselves, can I now take the suggestions that this person is offering to me? Which suggestion can I take from this person and implement in this situation? We will have answers to navigate through that experience. This requires some practice. Try it out, and you will have one more resource in your kitty to move through situations. Another technique that can help you, which is a very easy yet very powerful, is asking yourself, if I did not have this thought that I now have, if I did not feel the way, if I did not have this emotion that I'm experiencing right now, what would I be doing with my life? What would I be engaged in instead of all the pain that I'm going through? And once you identify what else is more important to you, you could direct your mind to engage in that activity. Once you identify what else is more important to you that you would be engaging in, your mind will try to pull you back into the current experience. Yet, if you can re engage your attention to what you would like to engage in, if you did not have this experience, if you can just take one step in the direction of what you want to engage in and keep pulling yourself back into the preferred experience, you are giving a direction to your mind. You are telling yourself, what is more important to me now, what makes my life more valuable, and you keep engaging yourself. Your mind will pull you back to the present experience, but you keep redirecting your mind to a more helpful experience that will bring a shift in the way you deal with that situation. And the more you practice doing that, the more you become better at engaging yourself into something which is more valuable. And that brings us to the last technique, which is giving yourself a pat on your back, giving yourself credit for being authentic with your emotions, being vulnerable, at the same time being resourceful and giving the care you need in that moment to move through the situation in a very, very effective manner, in an adaptive manner. That puts you in a state of well being, that elevates your mood, that makes you more happy and helps your mind grow so that you can deal with the situation in a very, very useful way, not giving in to the limiting beliefs. I hope this video has given you a lot of takeaways which you will implement. And when you implement, please come back and share your experience. If you want to be a part of my interactive and live sessions where I walk you through a lot of techniques, I walk you through the process, where I cover a lot of topics on emotional and psychological well-being, please sign up. The link is given in the description below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos that come up. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.